Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixie Land. My name's Amy, and I'm an ordained minister. We are in Bible study. We are in the book of Ezekiel. We're in the NIV version. We're in the book of Ezekiel. We're in chapter 31, a cedar in Lebanon. In the 11th year, in the 3rd month, on the 1st day, the word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, say to Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and to his hordes, who can be compared with you in majesty? Consider Assyria, once a cedar in Lebanon, with beautiful branches overshadowing the forest. It towered on high, its top above the thick foliage, the waters nourishing it. Deep springs made it grow tall. Their streams flowed all around its base, and sent their channels to the trees of the field. So it towered higher, and then all the trees of the field, its boughs increased, and its branches grew long, spreading because of abundant waters. All the birds of the air nested in its boughs. All the beasts of its field gave birth under its branches. All the great nations lived in its shade. It was majesty in beauty. It was majesty and beauty with its spreading boughs, for its roots went down to the abundant waters. The cedars in the garden of God could not rival it, nor could the pine trees equal its boughs, nor could the plane trees compare it with its branches. No tree in the garden of God could match its beauty. I made it beautiful with abundant branches, the envy of all the trees of Eden in the garden of God. Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Because it towered on high, lifting its top above the thick foliage, and because it was proud of its height, I handed it over to the ruler of nations, for him to deal with according to its wickedness. I cast it aside, and the most ruthless of foreign nations cut it down and left it. Its boughs fell on the mountains, and in its valleys its branches lay broken in all the ravines of the land. All the nations of the earth came out from under its shade and left it. All the birds of the air settled on the fallen plain, and all the beasts of the field among its branches. Therefore, no other tree by the waters are ever to tower proudly on high, lifting their tops above the thick foliage. No other tree so well watered are ever to reach such a height. They are all destined for death, for the earth below among mortal men, with those who go down to the pit. This is what the sovereign Lord says. On the day it was brought down to the grave, or Sheol, I covered the deep springs with mourning for it. I held back its streams, and its abundant waters were restrained. Because of it, I clothed Lebanon with gloom, and all the trees of the field withered away. I made the nations tremble at the sound of its fall when I brought it down to the grave with those who go down to the pit. Then all the trees of Eden, the choicest and best of Lebanon, and all the trees that were well watered, were consoled in the earth below. Those who lived in its shade, its allies among the nations, had gone down to the grave with it, joining those killed by the sword. Which of the trees of Eden can be compared with you in splendor and majesty? Yet you too will be brought down with the trees of Eden to the earth below. You will lie among the uncircumcised, with those killed by the sword. This is Pharaoh and all his hordes, declares the sovereign Lord. So once upon a time, highly favored. But also having in there being, God will allow no one world ruler to get so full of themselves that they think that there is no consequences for their actions. He has his own ways of bringing them down and making them come to worship, making them bend the knee. You want to use that kind of term and that attitude, divine right to rule? Then you best be prepared to, make sure that whatever you're doing, you checked in with the divine before you open your mouth and flap your gums. That's a good thing for any one of the rest of us. If you want to be in charge, then you've got responsibilities to check in with God. If you don't want to have to check in with God, I suggest you find a different, that's not a good attitude. I suggest you do. He's always right. We're always wrong. So he's got the answers. None of these people can know more than the Creator who made everything that's in everything. It's just illogical. It's not possible for that to be the case. But if you want to be a leader, best check in with God, because if He doesn't want you to succeed, man, you're not gonna. And if you want to succeed, best ask Him some questions. Hope you'll join me for the next video. Chapter 32 of Ezekiel, a lament for Pharaoh.